Stay out so we can get names and numbers of those that are interested in going, okay? And then, 3 weeks from today is our Super Bowl party. Right here. Bring a friend, come. We're just going to have a good time. Food, snacks, games, giveaways. We'll just laugh, and we'll have the Super Bowl playing, but you don't have to watch it. You can bring a game and play games with your friends. We'll have games that are here, and we'll have giveaways that we'll do that night as well. Okay, so bring a friend. Come and have a good time, have a laugh, maybe take some prizes, something with you, okay? I'm sure there'll be some money stuff that'll be given away. All right? Jessica, any other announcements? We good? All right. If you've got your Bible on your phone, thank you for logging in and registering today. Actually, Joanna did not, because she was here.
Oh, we had to need to. She said, oh, I'll do it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she said,
I did it.
Oh, you logged in?
Well, I tried.
Oh,
She didn't get logged in.
You'll have to do it. She couldn't do it. Thank you for logging in. We're going to a new check-in system. Once you're logged in, you're just going to scan the barcode. You check it every time you come. But through that, I can send you guys and your parents messages and communicate with you all at one time, which will make things way easier for me. I've been working several other jobs. It will just from my phone, boom, send you a message and say, hey, reminder this, hey, reminder that, hey, reminder you got, boom, and you got it right to your phone. Okay? Because nobody reads emails except those of you that get a new email and you read them all, and you even quit reading them once you're tired of reading and checking emails. So nobody reads emails. So I want to send you something straight to your phone that's a text message or something that you can be reminded about what's upcoming. Okay? Because we talk about stuff for 4 or 5 months and your parents like, I don't know anything about it. And like, we talked about it for 5 months. So that way we can communicate with them, or I can communicate with them a little bit better. Okay? So, you got your Bibles? I want you to pull out Revelation. Pull up Revelation, chapter 3. We're going to read verses 1 through 6. Now, I'm going to talk about the church of the living dead tonight. Okay? The church of the living dead. Revelation chapter 3, verses 1 through 6. You got it? Say amen.
okay.
If you don't, say wait.
Wait.
Okay, I knew somebody did that. All right. Who thinks they're interested in going on a mission trip this summer with us? Raise your hand so I can just kind of get in my mind. Okay, you all have went. You two, you three that has not been there. Okay. It's kind of it's down between Belize and Puerto Rico. Okay, so that's where it's going to be. It's not going to be Ecuador. We prayed for Ecuador a lot last week because of all that's happening in Ecuador. We don't want to plan for Ecuador, and then we can't even get in the country because they may not let us. And then all of a sudden we're too late to get in somewhere else, and we're scrambling to figure out where to go. So we're going to plan and just go somewhere else this year that we know we can impact the ministry and not be wrecked and changed at the last minute. Because it might come up that America won't even let us fly in there. So we don't really know yet. There's a lot going on there, and the country still needs some serious prayer. Revelation chapter 3, verses 1 through 6. Follow along. I want to read a couple verses, and we're going to jump into something tonight, and I may have to grab a couple of you to help me with my sermon tonight, okay? Revelation 3, 1 through 6. These things says he who has the 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars. I know your works, that you have a name, that you are alive, but you are dead. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found your works perfect before God. Remember, therefore, how you have received and heard, hold fast and repent. Therefore, if you will not watch, I will come up upon you as a thief, and you will not know what hour I will come upon you. You have a few names, even in Sardis, who have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. He who overcomes shall be clothed in white garments, and I will not blot his name from the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. In verse 6, he who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. I want you to whisper in your neighbor's ear, listen. Listen. Yes. Now whisper in your other neighbor's ear. Okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is church zombies. Church zombies. So undoubtedly, sitting in here tonight, we've got a church zombie or 2 or 3 or 4 that are sitting in our midst. So when I go through some of these things on how church zombies act, You don't need to necessarily say, that's exactly how you act to the person beside you. Okay? You are a zombie. So, you could be sitting beside a zombie right now. Look your neighbor in the eye. Stare them in the eye for just a second. See if one of their eyes twitch. Just a little bit. If they do, you can literally be sitting beside a church zombie right now. Okay? All right. So let's talk about how church zombies act in church. Because they're very distinct. They act certain ways. Okay? The first zombie I want to talk about is the zoned out zombie. You see, the zoned out zombie is someone that, they have that blank look about them all the time. It's just kind of like. And the zoned out zombie is content to let the power of God pass right by. The zoned out zombie, man, they'll be sitting in church, put your hands up like you worship. Like you'll be the right in the universe. Put your hands up like you'll be the right in the universe. You, put your hands up. And you, Ann. By the way, they're all going. Some of y'all aren't going because you don't want to go. Put your hands up. They're all worshiping, and here's the zoned out zombie. God's moving. Man, God's blessing, touching lives, and they're just like staring off in his face. Because they're just zoned out, right? Don't put your hands up, keep your hands up. I'm just kidding, put your hands up. They just stare. Do any of you know anybody that just kind of stares off into nothingness all the time? You're just like, so look at the person beside you. I heard somebody's name. Look at the person beside you. Look him in the eye. That could be a zoned out zombie right beside you right now. They're content to let the power of God pass you by. When God comes in the room and God is moving and God is touching and God is blessing and people are worshiping and you feel that pull and you feel that tug, the enemy wants you to be part of the church of the living dead. He wants to pull you into being a zombie and cause you to zone out and not be a part of what God is doing in the midst of his people as a group. He doesn't want you to get engaged in worship. He doesn't want you to get engaged in the Word. He does not want you to get engaged with prayer. He wants you to pull back away and just zone out and be thinking about something else. He does not want you to focus in on what God is doing. Then we've got the grunting zombie. Okay? The grunting zombie. You ever try to talk to somebody? You're like, hey, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. You're like, I think Jessica's trying to say that Cody acts like a grunting zombie. You're just like, how you doing? Right? Look at your neighbor and go, right? Right? That's what the grunting zombie does. They're uninterested. They're uninterested in being a part of what's happening because their own agenda is more important to the grunting zombie. They don't have time for you. Their life is more important. They're more special than you. Whatever. I'm gonna just act like I'm listening to you, but I'm not really paying attention because my life is so much more important than you. You ever talk to somebody and man, you just like, man, I just gotta tell you, this happened in my life, and this and that, and you tell them, and my parents this, and my parent that, and my boyfriend this, and my teacher this. Oh, this is hard. You understand? And they just grunt and say, huh? You're like, are you listening to me? Shh. Are you listening? Yeah, that's the grunting zombie. Won't help, won't pay attention because their life, their agenda is more important than yours. They're not concerned with helping you because their life is just so much better than yours. Then you've got the go with the flow zombie. You see, the go with the flow zombie, they just do church out of habit. I just go to church because that's what we do. We've always gone to church, so we just go to church. We just go with the flow. That's what the go with the flow zombie does. Well, Garrett's doing it, I guess I'm going to do it. Peter's over there doing that, I guess I'm going to go over there and vandalize the church too. Peter's drawing on the church walls, I'm going to go draw on the church walls too. And then Peter's like, come on, Joanna, big deal. So who cares? Your dad's an elder. Come draw on the church walls with us. We won't say you did it. She's like, well, I guess I need to go with him. That's the go with the flow zombie. You could have a go with the flow zombie sitting beside you right now. Look him in the eye. See if your neighbor's eye is twitching. Just stare him in the eye for a little bit. Anne's eye keeps twitching. Her left eye keeps twitching a little bit. You need to be careful, Addie. That's Anne right there. You got to be careful with that one. Go with the flow. Listen, going with the flow is going to get you in trouble. You got to stand up for what's right, for what's honest, what's pure, what's upright, and what is biblical. You got to know when to draw the line in the sand and know when to say, I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm not just going to go along with that anymore. I don't want to be pulled into that. The way you're acting, I don't want to be a part of that. You got to make a decision. Sometimes you like to stand up and say, I'm not going to go with the flow anymore. Sometimes you got to go against the flow of what everybody else is doing and against the flow of what culture is doing. Then we've got the clique zombies. The clique zombies. Yeah, y'all three stand up. Y'all three stand up. Why? Because the clique zombies, they move in herds. Okay? So y'all just kind of move over there together. And then just kind of turn around everybody else and just look at everybody else and just kind of point at them and whisper to each other. Yes. That's good. You're preaching now, Johnny. Keep going.
Jacob, I see why.
Wow, okay, so.
That's the clique zombie. That is move on around. Move on around. Yeah, come back to your seat. Come back to your seat. I need y'all three to be ready. I'm going to stop for a minute, okay? Y'all three need to be ready. That's what a clique zombie does. You know what? Build up yourself by tearing somebody else down. That doesn't get you nowhere. That doesn't endure yourself to other people. You don't create lasting friendships by tearing people down. Belittling people, making fun of people, embarrassing people. That's what clique zombies do. You think your group's better than everybody else? You know it all, and you can say stuff to people, make them feel bad, to lift yourself up. That doesn't get you nowhere, and that doesn't cause you to have friends or lasting relations with anybody. That makes you look this big when you do that. Aren't you glad that when you need God and you need His Son to help you because you are struggling with something in life and you come to Him, Jesus doesn't say, Dad? Are you kidding me with this one? Like we're going to help this one? You know what this one does when nobody's around? We're going to help her. We're going to help him. You know how they talk about people. You know the stuff they look at on their phone, on the internet when nobody's around. We're going to help that one. Aren't you glad Jesus doesn't do that? Aren't you glad Jesus doesn't make you look bad to His dad so He can look bigger? Say, I never did that, Dad. I was tempted at all points like everybody, but I didn't succumb to those things. I'm glad Jesus doesn't try to put me down when I need Him. Don't spend your life putting people down trying to make yourself look better. Be careful what comes out of your mouth. Be careful what you say about people. You know when you're being snarky and you're being serious about somebody and you're putting somebody down and how it's going to make them feel. Don't do that. You don't make the Father smile down upon you when you do that. I think when we do that, I think God hangs His head thinking, I don't think He calls us an idiot. Whoever said that. I think He may think that. No, I'm just kidding. He's probably thought that about me, I feel like sometimes, but I think He thinks, what's it going to take to get through to this child of mine? Putting people down doesn't make them look big. It doesn't make you look better. God wants you to have a heart of service and help and look to the eyes of compassion. When we look at somebody and we put somebody down, if we're in a clique or a group, if we just laugh and agree, we are doing the exact 180 opposite of what Jesus did, which was look at people through the eyes of compassion. When we do that, we're the opposite of compassion. That's how Jesus healed so many people. It says if you look at all the healings that took place, it says Jesus, and He looked on her with compassion, and he healed her. He looked on him with compassion, and he healed her. When you look at him with a clique making fun, that is not looking at people through the eyes of compassion. Okay? You got to look at people through the eyes of compassion. Look at your neighbor and say, don't be in a clique. Our high school trip this weekend, we're no cliques. We're one big group having fun, laughing, carrying on, going down as one big group, traveling to the park as one big group, and we're going to come back as one big group, a little bit closer together. We're not a bunch of multiple groups making fun of other groups. The next one, 3 ladies, stand up. I don't know, Ann doesn't really like to act very well. Who acts? Jacob, stand up. Ann, sit down. You won't do and won't do this very well. Come up here. What? She won't. She'll be like, I can't do this. All right. Who else acts?
Yeah, and
Peter, stand up. Peter has no problem acting. Micah, you don't have no problem acting, do you? I asked the 3 shyest girls in the whole room to stand up. which is
Judah.
Addie, Kayla,
Judah.
and Ann.
I think Judah's got it in there.
Yeah, Judah. All right, y'all can sit down, but this is what I need. Good catch, Ian. Lewis threw to Ian and Ian stood there like this. And it hit him right in the stomach. I need a girl. It was not the stomach. I need a girl that can act. It can't be all guys.
Sienna, aren't you in CYT?
Ann was in the Jonas Church videos.
Sienna, you're in CYT. Come on, CC, get up here. You got this. You're a volleyball star. You're volleyball in front of all these people, so you're fine. All right, y'all just kind of go stand over there. Just kind of go stand over there. Go over there. Go over there. You go over there. You're not against each other. Last chance for one more person, because I know some of you, at some point in your life, you stood in front of the mirror and you've acted like a zombie. Who thinks you got a great zombie face, walk,
right here.
that you can do really well? Who else? Who else wants to be part of this group? Nobody? Say what? You could actually probably do this already. All right, this is what I need from y'all. I need you to give me your best zombie walk, face, expression, and just come across the floor over here. Just you can moan, grunt, just let me see your really good zombie walk, okay?
Can my zombie be competent?
Not a World War Z zombie, just like a Walking Dead zombie. Yeah, there we go. That's good. That's good, Jacob. Alright, come up here. Alright. Alright.
I didn't think you looked like a zombie.
Alright, come over here. Y'all gotta do your zombie walk right back here. And I need you to face them. Come back here and then line up and face that way. Come on. Oh, it's part of my sermon. You're about to find out why.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. All right. The next zombie are the infectious zombies. The infectious zombies are always looking to see who they can infect. With their poison, with their lies, with their gossip, with their sin. Alright, so what I need y'all to do is I need each of these zombies to go out amongst the group and go infect somebody, okay? Jacob, get back! You gotta hold like a zombie. And that's your brother, so you can bite him. I'm fine with that. When they infect you, you gotta come back up.
Listen, narcotics. Go back up there.
Come on, Jacob. Bring who you infected. Bring him up. So look at that. 4 infectious zombies just turned into 8. Right?
Yeah.
That's what being an infectious zombie does when you infect people with lies and gossip and hatred and envy and strife and jealousy and backbiting. You just infect and infect and infect. Now they've infected y'all. This is the last time. I need all of you, because they chose you, to act like a zombie.
Hello, friend.
And y'all can agree. Come here, y'all come in really close, zombies. Come in really close. Infectious zombies just keep multiplying and infecting and infecting and infecting.
Do it. We're infecting.
Okay?
Get somebody else. I'll pay $10 if you don't touch it. Okay, fine. Oh, you're crushing me, man. Your hair is so oily. Out of my mouth.
All right, y'all go back to your seats. Nobody been for real, right?
Probably not.
All right, sit down, Ian, sit down. So here's my question that you need to ask yourself. Are you infecting people, Ian and Judah? Are you infecting people in a negative way?
Yes.
The answer should be no. Or are you investing in people the right way? Are you infecting? Or are you investing? You know, I'm thankful there's been people in my life that has invested into me. That's helped me become a better version of me. Helped me succeed at different things in my life when I needed people to be mentors and guide me in different phases of my life. You may not feel like a mentor because you're only in high school. We got a few middle schoolers here, a few 8th graders. You may not feel like that, but you are a mentor to people younger than you. Some of you are mentors to people the same age as you because they're just not where you are spiritually and they're struggling. So you may not realize they're paying attention to you, but they are. And if you act like a church zombie, they're thinking, why do I want to be part of that church of the living dead? Like, there's just a bunch of sickness going on over there. If I get part of that, man, there's a clique, they're going to make fun of me and put me down and ridicule me or spread all this gossip and backbiting and lies. And I don't know if I want to be part of that. Are you infecting or are you investing? That's only a question that you can answer. Jesus knows the answer for you. But that's something only you can answer. Then you've got the unteachable zombie. The unteachable zombie has arrived. They've already arrived. They know everything. They know everything about everything. It doesn't matter what it is, they know. They know they're better than you. They are unteachable. None of us should ever get to the place where we're not teachable. We always can grow and we always can learn. When we get to the place where we're not teachable anymore, we become an unteachable zombie. Look at your neighbor and say, keep learning. This is what you got to understand. You can still come to church and be the walking dead. Just because you come to church doesn't make you on fire and living for God. You can still come to church and be the walking dead. That hit TV series that was out for, 8, 9, 10 years on AMC, I think The Walking Dead is not people that are actually dead. The Walking Dead is the people that are alive, that are dead, and don't even realize it. Jesus come to give you life and give you life more abundantly. Don't be the walking dead. You see, the enemy will fight you the hardest when you realize that God has some amazing plans for your life. When you realize that, He does not want you to succeed. He wants to pull you into being a zombie. He wants you to be a click zombie. He wants you to be a grunting zombie. He wants you to be a zoned out zombie. He wants to pull you into that when He sees you realizing, wait a minute, there's a lot of stuff I can do. Man, I can accomplish some stuff for God. Man, I can get out there and make a difference. When you realize that, He's going to attack you just like that herd of zombies. All unanimous, like, we're going to go out there. Like, okay, go get them. And that's exactly what the enemy is with you guys. When you realize, I know what I want to be. All of a sudden, man, it starts coming at you from every direction. That's what the enemy does. You know why? Because his goal is your soul. He doesn't care about nothing else. His goal is your soul. Look at your neighbor, look him in the eye. Make sure their eyes don't twitch. And say, his goal is your soul. So listen to this. If the living knew what the dead knew, the whole world would follow Jesus. You sure can. You don't have your phone though? Take one
He wants
like
to
that.
get when it's in the office.
Do what?
He wants to make sure you don't change it because his phone is in the office charging.
And take a picture of that for your brother. Be a nice, sweet, big sister. She probably cut me out, but that's fine. So, in our world, what is the cure? See, in every zombie movie, they're all searching for the cure. It's this, it's that, and the scientists and the bodies, they're searching. You know, a zombie got to shoot him in the head, or they're going to die. Like, I don't understand how you can be in a zombie apocalypse and not at some point in your life realize to kill zombies, shoot him in the head. They always shoot him in the body. Like, oh, they won't stop. You keep shooting. Like, shoot the zombie in the head. Are you serious right now? They will die if you shoot him in the head. They're always figuring out what's the cure. In our world, what's the cure? Jesus. What'd you say? Jesus. Is that what you said like that? I thought he said Jesus, but I wasn't sure. Yes. In our world, Jesus is the cure. In our world, Jesus is the cure for church zombies. You see, in all these shows and movies, once you're infected, sorry, but you're done. There's no coming back from being a zombie. But in our world, when somebody becomes a church zombie, one of the ones I'm talking about, you can still grab a hold of Jesus and His blood is the cure. His blood is the cure. There's one zombie movie, I can't remember the name of it. Will Smith is in it. I Am Legend. There's a second one coming out. So, His blood is the cure in the end of that movie. That's why he never got infected, and it was His blood. That well, the movie's only 15 years old. Yeah, too bad. Yeah, like, too bad. But I'm not saying they're cured. You got to watch the movie. It doesn't mean that, you know, I don't know how there's a second one, so you should watch it. I'm not endorsing the movie. Don't watch the movie. It's a sinful zombie movie. So, in our world, Jesus' blood is your cure. The beauty of Jesus is if you become one of those zombies and you get pulled away because you were doing so well, His blood applied to your life can get you back where you need to be. You spend a lot of your time or a season of your school year ridiculing and putting people down, man, Jesus' blood can get you back on the right track. And His blood applied to your life, get you back on the right track, will cause you to go to that person and say, Addie, listen, I'm sorry. I know I said some things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? That's all it takes. Everybody stand up. If the living knew what the dead knew, the whole world would follow Jesus. Don't be a church zombie. Don't be an unteachable zombie. Don't be an infectious zombie. Don't infect others with bad stuff. Invest in others' lives. Don't be a clique zombie. Don't be a clique zombie. Don't be a go with the flow zombie. Don't be a grunting zombie. Don't be a zoned out zombie. Don't be part of the church of the living dead. You could still be in church and be the walking dead. Jesus wants you to take the cure with you. Okay? So, somebody come pick the guitar. It could be Joanna, it could be Leah, whoever can do it. Somebody come pick it. Just don't bite me. You're back there. Okay? So, this is what I want you to do. I want you, and I'm not going to make you do it, but I'm highly encouraging you to be a zombie for Jesus and go grab somebody by the arm and say, let's go pray about something. I need you to help me pray about something. Grab them, come down here somewhere, and ask them to pray for something for you, with you, and vice versa. Okay? That's what I want to challenge you to do right now. Okay? Right now. Lay it on us, Peter.